Welcome back to On the Hook, the places, faces, and tales of Myrtle Beach seafood, and today we're meeting one of those faces, Captain Chimet.
Hola.
We're gonna go out on his home away from home, his office away from the land, fishing vessel Wicked Tuna. Come on.
Hi, I'm Dylan Foster, and I love seafood. I've been in the Myrtle Beach area for more than 15 years, and since then, my life has revolved around seafood. From cooking and catching it, to serving and selling it, I've done just about everything you can do in this industry. So come and join me as we tour the places, faces, and tales of Myrtle Beach seafood. This is On the Hook.
Well, that's the first boat I ever ran or worked on right here when I was 15 years old. A friend of mine, Trey Ayers. I moved in with him when I was about 16, and his dad owned the head boat, and just started working on there in the summertime, and ended up dropping out of school, getting on the back of a commercial boat when I was about 17 with Jack Orr, same little place right here, and just started from there. Back then you were able to keep everything, no size limits, no regulations whatsoever. But it was tough back then. I mean, just being a greenhorn, you don't know anything about it till you get out there and do it. And
Trial by fire.
Trial by fire, and you can explain it all day long until you're blue in the face, but until you lose a bunch of fish, get screamed at, get your feelings hurt, do all the things it takes to get there, you're just a greenhorn and you gotta accept it. So I did, I grunted it out. I've been doing it since. I'm 55 now, so it's getting close to 40 years.
So I know you've been fishing for a long time, Chimet. I know that the regulations are changing, that the rules are getting tough.
Yep.
What do you think that's all about?
Well, yeah, now everything's regulated up. It's more regulated than anything I know. It's getting ready to get worse next year to threaten to close the gag grouper species down, which I know you've heard that.
I heard that.
That's our bread and butter for the summertime. It's our highest paid fish, the bigger fish that we catch. But I think something needs to be done. I hate to be a trader or anything like that, but we've been hard after them for a long time. There's a lot of different things that are happening out there. We're at fault probably for catching the bigger groupers. I'm not just saying we catch bigger groupers, but we do things to specifically catch bigger groupers than like rod and reel fishing would do, or the divers would do. They don't shoot they shoot big fish, don't get me wrong, but they stay in shallower waters, and the gag groupers aren't in there as much as they are on the break where we fish. But overall, I'm pretty sure that the grouper stocks and the scamp stocks, because we don't catch any scamps anymore. I hate to point the finger at anybody, but we've all been out there catching a lot of fish, shooting a lot of fish and all that, but you don't hardly see scamps anymore. I don't know, I fished in the Gulf last year, year before last down there. I got down there and ran a long line boat. I had to stay out 18 days. That's my deal. People think I'm a good fisherman. I'm not as good as I have perseverance and grit. I stay out there until I come home.
That's an honest fisherman. They don't always be as honest as that.
I'm not on bullcrap, people. It's like, I'll stay until I get something. That's what you got to do.
So, Captain, you're telling me about, you mentioned a boat fire. Tell me something about that. What happened here on this boat?
It was a burial at sea. It was one of our owner's grandmothers. And we were taking her out here outside the jetties. We had about 13 people on the boat, I think.
Shoot.
And we got about halfway through the creek here, and everybody was inside the boat. I had about 5 guys up here. Now, these people in their 70s now. And this little old lady come walking outside, and she says, can we come up top? I'm like, well, sure, come on. And I didn't smell any smoke at the time. The wind had it blowing the opposite direction. So they come up here, they get up here and look around and goes, oh, this is much better. This is much better. Is it always that smoky inside? I said, smoke. I jumped down, smoke started billowing out the vents, and luckily we made it right here. One of my engines shut down, and we made it to Marlin Quay Marina and got the fire department down here. It was wires that had grounded out.
So the boat caught fire. You have 13 people on board, heading out to sea to bury a loved one, but you were able to make it back.
Yeah.
How did you guys get? You were floated back to the dock.
Just the grace of God where it happened. We had not made it past the Marlin Quay Marina right here.
Okay.
The port engine shut down. The wind blew us to the dock. Well, it was all in the engine room, so it wasn't a blaze coming out until you opened the hatch up. And we opened the hatch up and it blazed. I tried to hit it with the fire extinguishers and stuff, and they brought about 10 down from the condos. We were pumping it in the vents and everything, but it was no match for the fire. I couldn't get in there to shut my battery switches off because it was where the fire was at.
Luckily, you made it
Just
out
lucky.
safe, though.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
scary.
nerve-wracking. It was probably the scariest I've been. I've been in a lot of rough weather, but that was one you can't control. You can't control the weather either, but very scary.
We're in the middle of summer, the beginning of summer. What are you guys fishing for right now? What's in season? What are you targeting?
Right now, is the gag groupers opened up.
Okay.
May 1st, they're closed for 4 months, from January to May. They've just opened up. All the grouper species are closed, excuse me, but the gags are one we really target because they're the biggest ones and the most money. And
they're also delicious.
And they're also delicious. They're also delicious. We catch dolphin. Dolphin came through here.
Mahi-mahi.
Yep. Came through here last month. We got lucky. We heard someone on the radio. We were bottom fishing, having a slow trip, and heard someone on one of these little center consoles was bragging about they had their boxes full. So I ran about 30 miles further offshore and ran into the dolphin. We had about 1,200 pounds in 2.5 days. Yeah, it was really
1,200
fun.
pounds in 2 days.
Yeah, it was fun. It saved our trip because that's what you got to stick and stay and make it pay.
Stick and stay and make it pay.
And it was early for the dolphin to be here, but because I didn't have all my stuff ready, had one rubber ballyhoo.
Okay.
And we probably caught 300 pounds trolling with that until a marlin took it from us. The marlin ate it and took it. So we were just using belly strips off the dolphin and things of that nature. And they came through in full force. They're an amazing fish. People with long line boats catch so many hundreds of thousands of pounds of them, but they come back every year. It's the fastest growing fish and evidently the fastest breeder.
Yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe our videos. Check out the video we did in my kitchen where we cut and processed that local mahi-mahi that we actually got from Captain Chimet's trip, the same trip he's talking about. All right, so Captain, the boat is full of these giant orange floats. It look like a lot of what I used to do when I was a kid, fishing on the creek or fishing in the lake with my pops. What is this? Tell me about what you use this for.
These are for deep water fish. We're not allowed to long line anymore. They outlawed that a while back and give a select few the privilege of doing that. So this is the closest thing we can do to long line. We have about a 1,200 foot leader.
A leader's
monofilament. The main line is 1,200 foot. Then we got a 30-foot leader on the bottom of it with about 7, 8, 10 hooks and weight on the bottom of that. And you put 10 of these out, and they'll be about 2 miles apart when you get them out there, and they just drift across the bottom until they
with a long line underneath of them with hooks on that line.
With hooks on the bottom of the line, and depending on the tide, they can move anywhere from nowhere to 2 miles from where you put them out.
How do you find them again if they're drifting?
Sight fish. That's a great thing about this particular boat because you're up here and you got a lot better vantage point.
Yeah, we're up here high. I mean, you could see for miles out there.
Drive them down here, bud. Throw it, get it.
All right, we're down here on the back deck here on the fishing vessel Wicked Tuna. We ran into Brian, Chimet's first mate. Brian, where are you from?
Arkansas, originally Arkansas. Now I live in Murrells Inlet.
All right, how long have you been fishing with Chimet?
3 years now.
3 years?
Yes, sir.
Love it.
I love it.
Yeah, best job you've ever had.
Best job I've ever had.
What's your favorite part? What is your favorite part about commercial fishing?
Cleaning the boat.
Cleaning the boat.
Being gone for a week.
That's your favorite part?
Being gone for a while.
Just get to clear your head and get out of the world. Just peaceful. Out on the water, flat sometimes, calm. Sunrise and sunset are beautiful out there. I know that.
Oh, it's the best. By far the best.
Chimet, I see you have a lot of these reels here, but I'm not really sure what they don't look like fishing reels that I'm used to seeing. Explain to me what these are. How do you use these? What do we have going on here?
Well, this one right here, let me start with this guy right here. This is, they call it a green stick reel. It's a 1.5 horsepower motor here, electric.
Wow.
This 400-pound test on here. We got 8 liters on here for ball fishing, like we explained up top with the ball fishing.
How long is?
1 liter is 1,200 foot long ballpark.
1,200 foot, and you have 8 of them on there.
8 of them on there. Got about 1.5 miles of gear on here. We lost a couple last time. So they'll be 2 miles apart by the time we get all these set up. They're not tied together, so each ball has its own drop with its own weight and its own set of hooks.
Okay.
And we can also use it to pull the green stick. It's we don't do a lot of it because the tuna fish don't come around here as much as they used to, yellowfins that is. But it drags behind the boat a couple 100 yards with this big bird that keeps this line taut. The stick's about 56 foot up in the air. We got a line coming off of it. So when this is going out the back, you get it set with all your drops are cut just to be just right to touch the water and come out. So when you get to your marker, you'll be about 150 yards behind the boat. You clip the stick to it in 2 places around the crimp, and when you let it out, it picks it up out of the water. Your baits are dancing on top of the water, and the fish will actually come up and hit the bait in midair sometimes.
And that's for tuna fish? And
that's
wahoo?
for tuna fish. Not really wahoo. Mostly tuna fish. I'll call one and doing that. A few dolphin, but mostly the tuna fish just love that type of fishing.
All right, so you catch the fish, you bring it up onto the back of the boat with your kill stick, which is basically just a giant hook on a stick, right?
Yep.
You just something to grab onto the fish and to bring it on the deck. Once the fish is here on deck, what does that process look like? What happens after that?
Grouper fishing, it's not as hectic as the vermilion snapper and smaller fish, because you're constantly coming in, just taking them off and throwing them back down.
Okay.
Grouper fishing is a slower pace fishing. You get your baits all pretty and stuff like that, and you get it down there nice and slow. It's a presentation thing.
Quality, not quantity.
Quality, not quantity. Little fish, they're down there, they're hungry. You get the bait as fast as you can go. Your mind just frees up. You're just in the zone, you're going up and down, you're making that money, and you're not thinking about all the trials and tribulations of life on land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we get them on the boat. Yep. We'll have a tote on the deck. We usually leave them out about 30 to 30 minutes, 45 minutes max, keeping them in the shade the whole time. Then we have this bin. This bin has got a little ice in it. We're iced up to go to the next trip. This will be full when we start. This is our chill bin.
Okay.
So after they sit on the deck 30, 45 minutes, we're putting them in here after we gut and wash them.
All right, so we got the grouper up. You're talking about gutting them and then chilling them, and that we need to gut the fish, right? Because you gut the fish, you clean it all the way out, you get all of the innards out, the lungs, the heart,
bloodlines,
the bloodlines, and that is to protect the quality of the fish,
shelf life,
right?
Yep.
The shelf life of the fish, because you guys are working hard out here.
Yeah, we try. We do a lot of extra work to try to take care of the fish for the product when it gets home, because we know it's got a long ways to go. Maybe not in our place as much, because we sell to the restaurant and it goes right upstairs and they sell a lot of fish.
So as a chef, I really appreciate the hard work that these guys do, because when they're gutting it, and it all starts with these guys. I've been down from the amount of ice that they're using. I mean, the quality control really starts with you guys out on the water. The way you ice the fish, the way you pack the fish in the ice, keeping them upright so the ice and the blood and stuff doesn't pool inside, even down the way you're gutting it, because it does really protect the quality of the meat.
Yeah, we take pride in that.
It's so important the way how you...
We take pride in that.
You have to take pride in it, because when you take pride in it, then it's going to the restaurants and the chefs that are taking pride in it as well.
Yeah, and the end result is a happy customer.
And that's the point, is a happy customer here on the Grand Strand eating that fresh local seafood from these men right here. All right, Captain, this is a beautiful boat. I want to check out what you have going on here on the inside. Let's go check that out.
Okay, come on in.
Not quite what I was expecting for a commercial.
Right,
boat.
yeah.
A little nicer than what I was expecting.
Have a seat, make yourself at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got all the comforts at home. We got a refrigerator.
All right.
Shelving's downstairs. We have a shower and a head, which I don't let them use because it's subject to get messed up, and I'm not a good plumber. So we have a couple of bunks in the bunk room down there to the left, and one master up front. But I usually sleep on the couch because
this is your bed here.
That's my home away from home right there.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah, it is. And when the generator's working, we got air conditioning and stuff like that. I got it out right now, so it's a little hot enough.
So being a chef, the first thing I'm noticing is I don't see a stove, and you guys are out there for 10 days, man. What are you eating? How are you cooking?
We eat sushi the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is my.
This is it.
This is the high dollar kitchen right here, folks. And if you haven't ever used one, you should. It gets everything you need done right there.
When you're out there for 10 days, what is your diet normally like? Are you eating a lot of fish?
We do eat a good bit of fish. Since the fuel prices have went up, we've had to cut back out on our grocery bill, man. Our grocery bill went up without the groceries going. It's like, wait a minute, we're not getting the groceries we need. It's $300.
Yeah.
That's for just 2 people for a week or 10 days, which isn't crazy. People look at you like, dang, that's a lot of groceries. Well, you're not getting anything else out there, no snacks or anything like that. Yeah,
you got to take it. If you need it, you got to take it with you.
Mm-hmm. This bin here holds about 1,200 pounds, 1,300 pounds packed and settled.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long bin. You could fit a long fish in here.
Yeah, we get some big fish in here, some big amberjacks, sometimes some wahoos.
Well, you're good at what you do, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Awesome, Dylan.
Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe our other videos where you can check out not only the places, but the faces and their tails of your Myrtle Beach seafood. See you guys next time.
Beach easy.